Directors of the last two Avengers films, the Russo brothers, were asked by Total Film about superhero fatigue and how they feel about it. And well, they believe it's a bunch of made-up nonsense that people on the internet are spreading. I will just keep on saying that it's kind of crazy that the internet as a whole now has all defaulted to superhero fatigue is real, and after Endgame, the MCU has been dead. It was all good up until Endgame, but after that, it's been garbage. When these same people hated the Ant-Man films, they hated Doctor Strange, and countless other films like Spider-Man Homecoming was dragged through the mud, and so forth and so forth, right? So it's kind of weird, but here's where we are, and we're going to remain here for a while because superhero fatigue is one of these buzzword type of things now. It's like a wrestling angle. If you can just state it and enough people parrot it, they will believe it. In pro wrestling, storytelling now is stand in the ring and cut 20-minute promos. If you do storytelling in the ring with action, that's not storytelling anymore because Cody Rhodes hasn't cut a 20-minute promo, and that's the only way you accept stories. It's nonsense, but I'm seeing the same thing happen here with superhero fatigue and how people are angling what it is to try to bend over backwards to say everything is superhero fatigue. Which is why I like that Total Film asked the Russo brothers, and they both said, no, there is no thing. There's nothing like superhero fatigue because that doesn't make sense. And they specifically reflected back on everything in the MCU, talking about how there was projects that were obviously big-time heavy hitters, the Avengers films, Iron Man and Captain America, but then there was smaller stuff that was just good enough to get us more content. Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, and that this is always something they see gets overlooked because everybody just wants to focus on there was a decade of perfect content and now everything is fatigue. People are sick of superhero films, and they once again said that can't be the case because there's tons of new people coming in every day. There's a new generation always picking up the pieces and picking up where we left off. And you're looking at the MCU moving into 20 years of continuity. Some people move on. Other people get on board. Other people start on different projects. So saying that there's superhero fatigue doesn't make sense to them because there's so many stories and ideas and things to move forward that it doesn't make any sense at all to say this. And that the fatigue might actually just be maybe it's content that people don't like, or it's bad content, or maybe that they're trying to put it up to a level where only big franchises were, which I also agree with. Nobody should have expected Ant-Man to be a $1 billion film. But Marvel Studios did, and it was a miscalculation. He taps out around 500 to 700, so should have stuck to that.